Hello, my dear students. So today we are going to discuss about the very first chapter of chemistry, that is matter. If you don't understand this chapter, then chemistry will be very difficult for you. This chapter provides the foundation required to understand the chemistry. It tells us about the language of chemistry. If you don't know the language of chemistry, it will be very tough for you to understand the chemistry. So let us try to make the chemistry easy by understanding the basic things that are required to understand the chemistry. So what is matter? Matter means anything that occupies some space and has certain mass. There may be many things in your surrounding. You may be sitting in your bed, chair, or you may be looking in your surrounding. There may be doors, windows, or anything which is in our surrounding that occupies certain space and has some mass is called matter. So let us write the definition of matter. Anything that occupy some space and has certain mass is called matter. If anything exists in this nature, then that must have certain mass and must occupy some space. We don't see air, but it exists. So air also occupies some space and has mass. So air is also a kind of matter. Whether the thing is visible or invisible, if it occupies some space and has some mass, then it is called matter. Now the matters are basically classified into two types. They are impure substance, impure substance, and pure substance, pure substance. Now this impure substance means if any matter or any substance contain two or more than two type of matters. For example, there is the mixture of salt and water, or salty water we have. It means this salty water has two matters. One is salt, another is water. Whereas if we talk about the pure substance, then salt alone and water alone are called pure substance. They do not contain more than one matter. There is only one type of matter, then it is called pure substance. So impure substance means what? The substance having two or two more than two matters. Whereas pure substance means they have only one type of matter. Here this impure substance, basically there are some mixtures. Mixtures are known as the impure substance, whereas pure substance means there may be element or compound. Element or compound. Now what are these element and compound? And what are mixtures? So one of the example of mixture I have already mentioned here, salty water that contains salt and water. Similarly, if we mix sand and water, That is also a kind of mixture. So here in case of impure substance, the composition is not fixed, whereas in case of pure substance, the composition is always fixed. The percentage of certain substance or certain atom in case of that pure substance is always fixed, whereas in case of this impure substance, the percentage of any atom is not fixed, not uniform. Now, what is this element? What is compound? You know, there are the matters that exist in nature, and every matter is composed of atom. If any matter is composed of only one type of atom, then it is called element. But if any pure substance is composed of two or more type of atoms, then it is called compound. So element is the purest form of matter. For example, we have hydrogen gas H2. This hydrogen gas H2, it contains two hydrogen atoms. Both the atoms are of similar type. It contains only one type of atom. Whereas compound means, if we take the example of water, what is the formula of water? H2O. In this H2O, there are two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. So, since there is presence of two or more type of atoms in a water molecule, it is called a compound. It means compound always have two or more than two type of atoms, whereas element always have only one type of atom. Now, both these compound and element, they exist in nature in the form of molecule. So what is molecule? Let us try to understand molecule. Molecule is the purest form of element or compound that exist in nature freely. Molecule, the pure form of matter that exist freely in the nature. Freely in the nature. For example, hydrogen gas do not exist in the form of H atom. If we have to find hydrogen gas in the nature, then hydrogen gas exists in the form of hydrogen molecule, H2 molecule, not in the form of H. Similarly, water exists in the nature in the form of H2O always, not in other form. Similarly, we have oxygen gas, O2. It also exists in the form of molecule. Every substance in this nature, every matter in this nature exists in their molecular form. So, this molecular form or molecule is the pure form of matter that exists in the nature. Now, these molecules, it may be of different type. So let us try to understand the different types of molecule. On the basis of number of atom and number of type of atom, the molecules are classified. So here, if we talk about the type of atom, then on that basis, the molecules are classified into homonuclear, molecule, or homoatomic, homoatomic. Whereas if it is composed of different type of atom, then it is called heteronuclear molecule, or heteroatomic, heteroatomic molecule. Now, this homoatomic and heteroatomic means what? Homoatomic means the molecules having only one type of atom. That means the elements are homoatomic in nature, whereas compounds are heteroatomic in nature. For example, if we take oxygen, O2, it has two atoms of same type. Since it has two atoms of same type, it is called homoatomic molecule. Similarly, we have nitrogen gas, N2. It also has two atoms of nitrogen, same type of atom. So it is also a type of homoatomic molecule. Whereas heteroatomic molecule means what? If we talk about water molecule H2O, then this is what? Heteroatomic molecule, because it contains two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. Two different kind of atoms are present here. That is why it is called heteroatomic molecule. For example, another example, let us take hydrochloric acid, HCl. Here, one atom of hydrogen, another atom of chlorine are present. So this is also heteroatomic. So we have to remember one thing, that all the elements are homoatomic, whereas all the compounds are heteroatomic in nature. Now on the basis of their number, we can write them as monoatomic, diatomic, triatomic, tetraatomic, pentaatomic, hexaatomic, and so on. If there is only one atom in the molecule of any matter, any element, then it is called monoatomic molecule. For example, if we take sodium or gold, silver, then sodium, gold, silver, their molecule exists as sodium exists in the form of Na, having only one atom. Gold exists in the form of Au, having only one atom. Similarly, silver exists in the form of one atom, that is Ag. So these are what? Monoatomic. If we talk about diatomic, then for example, we have O2, N2, H2, hydrogen gas. Here all these molecules have two atoms. If there are two atoms, then they are called diatomic. Similarly here, HCl is also a diatomic molecule. This HCl has one atom of hydrogen and one atom of chlorine. So it is a diatomic molecule. Triatomic means what? Here tri means three atoms. Then tetra means four atoms. Penta means five atoms. Five atoms. Now, if there is any molecule which have three atoms, either of same type or different type, that doesn't matter. But if there is three atoms, then it is called triatomic molecule. For example, we have ozone, O3. There are how many atoms? Three atoms. So it is a triatomic molecule. Similarly, water. Water has three atoms, two atom of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. So it is also a triatomic molecule. Similarly, tetraatomic molecule. There are many molecules which have three atoms. For example, we have ammonia, NH3. It means there is one atom of nitrogen and three atom of hydrogen. So this NH3 or ammonia is a tetraatomic molecule. Similarly, pentaatomic molecule means having five atoms. Example of pentaatomic molecule is CaCO3. Here we have five atoms, one atom of calcium, one atom of carbon and three atom of oxygen. So it is a pentaatomic molecule. Now we can also classify them in another way. If the atoms are same in a triatomic molecule, then we can call them homoatomic or homonuclear triatomic molecule. If the atoms are not same, atoms are different, then we call them heteronuclear triatomic. For example, this ozone is homonuclear triatomic molecule, whereas this water is heteronuclear triatomic molecule. Similarly, here in case of ammonia, there are four atoms, but the atoms are not same here. So we call them heteronuclear tetraatomic molecule. Ammonia is the example of heteronuclear tetraatomic molecule. Similarly, this calcium carbonate, it is heteronuclear pentaatomic molecule. Since there are five atoms and the atoms are different, atoms are not same. So in this way, the molecules are classified.